Hello and welcome to Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order, episode 120. This time I read Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 5. Before I get into it, I have a little Americano to juice me up. Better. This cover is probably one of the first covers to usher in the 80s. So this was probably on this newsstands. This probably came out for sale in January of '77. I don't know what it is about this cover. Uh, the the damage to Spider-Man, his costume all ripped up, and it looks like he's unconscious or nearly dead, hanging from the web wrapped around his wrist. He's tangled in it, just hanging there with his hand clutching like that, and this hand just kind of everything else is just kind of dead about him. In the hooks, the Vulture coming at him from one side, the Hitman pointing a gun at him. No way out. I don't know. Something about this cover just gives me the vibe of the 80s are coming. I don't know why. I can't really explain it. Just the the graphic, I guess, the feeling it gives me anyway. This is a Dave Cockrum cover. An artist I never gave a lot of props to earlier in my life, but now I'm starting to revise my assessment of him, especially his run on the X-Men right now. But yeah, this is one of my favorite covers. It just looks great to me. I love it. The colors, the layout, the feeling you get from it. It's a wonderful cover. Spider Kill, trapped between the Hitman and the Vulture. My copy is probably fine condition. It's rough. It's really rough right here. As you can see, the top is uneven. Like got it got slid around too much. The pages are pretty yellowed, a little brittle, and it's got that awesome musty smell that old comics have, old newsprint, and that I love. But yeah, this probably is only in fine condition. This would be, because of the cover and because of the story, I think this would be worth me looking for a nicer condition copy of someday. Maybe. I don't know. I guess it's fine if I don't, but I would not pass up a good deal on a better cover, a better condition copy of this issue. But anyway, this picks up right where the last issue left off. Spider-Man had been battling the Vulture. I guess the last time the Vulture appeared was quite a ways back in the Amazing Spider-Man title, like 100 issues before the current Amazing Spider. I think the current Amazing Spider-Man title is at 167. That was just the previous Old Nerd Reads his Marvel Comics in Order video, was Amazing Spider-Man 167. And I believe the last time the Vulture appeared was in Amazing Spider-Man 67, somewhere around there. I bet you Papa Rick knows. But so he hasn't been around much. It's interesting that he's been gone so long, but starting at this point, I think he shows up rather frequently. I remember him. The Vulture was in early Web of Spider-Man issues when that title just kicked off. He was within the first 2 or 3 issues of that title. He showed up in Spectacular Spider-Man quite a bit throughout the 80s when I was reading him, I think. But it's weird that he was gone for 100 issues. How many years is that? That's 100 issues divided by 12, right? It's what, like 6 years or something? It's quite a while. So it's weird that the Vulture he's that prominent in Spider-Man's rogues gallery, but he was missing for that long. Anyway, I'll shut up now. So Spider-Man and the Vulture were having a fight. They just crashed an elevator to the ground floor, and they were ambushed by the Hitman, who's a brand new villain. His first appearance was the previous issue. He is hired by the local mafia mob boss wannabe. What's his name? The boss? I forget. Anyway, he'll show up here in a minute. We can look. But he's hired by the local mob boss to get rid of Spider-Man. And the Vulture does not like the competition. So naturally, a fight between them ensues over who's going to kill Spider-Man. And that's all Spider-Man needs is the distraction so that he can knock them both out and escape. Look at those muscles. So he gets away. These two keep on fighting. Here he is. Here's the mob boss we're talking about right here. Oh, does it say first encounter? See, he wants to be the mob boss of New York because the Kingpin, a couple months ago in the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man, was dropped into the harbor in New York City. So everybody believes the Kingpin's dead, but we all know that that's not true. But this fella, he wants to take over running the rackets of New York City. Mr. Morgan. But apparently the Hitman has spider tracers, just like Spider-Man has. So he threw one on the Vulture. I believe he threw one on Spidey too. Yep, threw one on Spidey. And this is a little subplot going on here with Flash Thompson and Shashan. She's a girl that he met when he was a soldier in Vietnam. Apparently this is a story that took place in the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man quite a while ago as well. And I'm not familiar with it, but a few issues back, Flash went to a Vietnamese restaurant and saw Shashan there, and she ran away from him. And this restaurant owner is denying that she is there, works there, or anything. And he's keeping her hidden upstairs, and we don't know why yet. It's an ongoing mystery. This is funny. This is in the wintertime, so Peter Parker, he webbed up his clothes and put them here under a leaky gutter, so they got soaked and frozen into a ball. So he can't change out of his clothes, can't change out of his costume. He gets home and he tosses the clothes in a pot of boiling water, just at the same time as Flash and Mary Jane show up. So since he doesn't have any clean clothes, being the poor bachelor that he is, he just has to wrap himself in his Spider-Man costume. He wraps himself up in his bed sheets and tries to hide it the best he can while they come in and see that he's boiling his clothes to thaw them out. This was kind of neat. The Hitman, this is his hideout. He's got a jet as a hideout. But now, since he has trackers on the Vulture and Spider-Man, he's going to use them as pawns in order to kill Spider-Man. So he's got his trike, pretty sweet trike, riding it through the snow. He's got rockets on the back, or maybe that's just the exhaust. I don't know. But he entices the Vulture into, he goads the Vulture into following him. Peter gets Flash and Mary Jane to leave. Here's the commotion outside his apartment. It's the Hitman and the Vulture. They're fighting again. Oh, this was interesting. They're trying to name the letters page for this new comic, and a bunch of people submitted their suggestions. They're calling it Peter Parker's Pad. I don't remember if it stays that way or if they change it, but this might be what they change it to, Peter Parker's Spectacular Spider-Man. Or maybe they change it to just Spectacular Spider-Man. I can't remember. We'll see in the next few issues. But Spider-Man attacks, and he's just about got the Hitman where he wants him, and then, of course, the Vulture swoops in. So he flies off with him. And, of course, the Hitman has a boomerang attachment for his rifle, shoots it, snaps the web line. Spidey falls, catches himself in a web net, just in time for the Vulture to swoop in and smack him. Oh, that's something I wanted to mention. Back here in the beginning, Spider-Man in the very first fight, Spidey grabs the Hitman's rifle with his webbing and then cracks the Vulture right in the chops with it, which of course just stuns him. But I think in real life that probably would have shattered his jaw, and he would have been out of commission, like in a hospital bed with his jaw wired shut for half a year. But it seems like the Vulture's always getting beat really hard. Like he's just a normal guy. So I don't know. He takes an awful lot. He takes an awful lot of punishment and walks away from it. So he must be pretty tough. And he's old. So it kind of surprises me how much abuse he takes and walks away from it. So Spidey and the Vulture continue their fight. And everything's going according to the Hitman's plan. He's following with his tracker on his trike, talking to Mr. Morgan at the same time on his pre-iPhone communicator. Spidey and the Vulture working on or fighting on top of a subway construction zone. Gets a shot off, sends Spidey flying. Hitman thinks he grazed him, and this is where we get the cover image. Spidey's just hanging there, and he acts. He's actually playing possum. And the Hitman thinks he's got him right where he wants him. And Spidey times it just right. The Vulture swoops in. Spidey grabs the Vulture. At the same time, the Hitman fires. And Spidey is able to swing the Vulture around so that the Hitman's bullet strikes the Vulture's power pack, which is where the Vulture's strength and flight come from. So that immediately screws him up. The bullet somehow doesn't pass through the power pack and kill the Vulture. I don't know how. It's a high-powered rifle, I would think. Anyway, comic books. And he falls. Hitman gets off a bunch of shots at Spidey. Misses, of course, but that's just to cover the Hitman's escape. And so, apparently we're going to see the Hitman again soon in the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man in the next few months. So stay tuned to Old Nerd Reads' Marvel Comics in Order for that. That'll be exciting to see some more of the Hitman. I hope they put him up against the Punisher somehow. Even right here, Spider-Man mentions, maybe if I turn over this tracer that Hitman put on him to the Punisher, he can find a way to trace who made it. So maybe in the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man, we'll get to see a Punisher versus Hitman fight. That'd be pretty cool, I think. I'm not sure if that ever happens or not, but it would be pretty neat. Anyway, we kind of, I guess, just forget about the Vulture. He fell and his power pack's blasted, so I guess we don't have to worry about him anymore, so we just leave him there. But anyway, the next issue is going to have Morbius, who, here we go right here, got a team up. Spidey and the Human Torch versus Morbius. I wonder who did this cover. This almost looks like an early John... Oh, wait, I guess I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Musty old comics. It almost looks like a John Romita Jr. cover, but I'm not sure. I'll have to look this up. A very early one. But this is another great cover. This one isn't so much a modern-looking one like this one to me, but great cover nonetheless. I always used to get Morbius confused with Dracula. They had Tomb of Dracula and whatnot that Marvel did back in the 70s, and Morbius was kind of popular at the same time. I just thought they were the same character. I don't know why. But anyway, yeah, that's Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man, number 5, the April 1977 issue. Has anybody else out there got fond memories of this issue? Comment down below. If you know any other old nerd like us who likes their Bronze Age Spider-Man and Marvel Comics, please share this video with them. I'd really appreciate it. Drop me a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. And stick around for more. I'm just getting started reading my Marvel Comics in order. I'm doing a video for each one. Stick around. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.